All right, who's going to be first today? Who's going to be first today? All right, let's see. Wait a minute. Wait. Christina is first today. Hey, Christina. Alicia is second. Janet giving you the hearts is third. Then we have Kizzy Moore. Whoa, okay, good to see you. Good to see Janine Turner on. Mardell Carter, good evening to you. Um, Angela Duncan, hey, I hope you are feeling better. I came looking for you. I have to tell you about that. I came looking for you. Good to see my cousin Marion Jones on, who I still owe a phone call to. Good to see you. Um, Ebony Talbert, good to see you. Ernisa, thank you for joining us. Lakista is on. And Christina says she's first. Paula checks in and says, Happy Good Friday. Same to you. Good to see Janine Brown. The Janine Brown is on with us. Margie Jefferson, hello. Thank you for joining us. Latanya Smith, Wingster Smith, good to see you. Brother M.G. Steele himself, the man, the myth, the legend is on. Desiree, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Sister Lawana Tillman, which means that Golden State is not playing right now. Good to see you as well. Good to see Julia Dinkins on with us. And of course, Pastor Thurman Neal Tillman of the First African Baptist Church, the oldest African American congregation in North America. Sandra Smith has joined us. Good to see her on. Aunt Ali, hello, good to see you. Camila, where you been? I haven't seen you in a minute. Hope you're doing well. Eva Cooper is on with us. Good to see her. And the Terry Mobley is on. And so Terry Mobley is on. Maybe get her to sing us a solo. The amazing Ann Allen Westbrook is on. And good to see you. And congratulations on Sine Die last night. We weren't totally happy, but, we'll live with it, okay? Pastor Tillman says that Thurman Tillman's Golden State is playing. They're playing now because if they're playing now, we know we don't have Sister Tillman. I know where I stand in her life. Grace, all good to see you. Richard Dinkins is on. Good to see you, Richard Dinkins, on with you, my brother. Mama Marsha is on. Good to see you. And Joy is on as well. Um, and Julia is preaching. So thank you so much. We appreciate that. Um, oh, okay. So LaWanda Tillman says the Georgia State Warriors are winning. The Golden State Warriors, I said Georgia State Warriors. Golden State Warriors are winning his fourth quarter. Linda Kelly is on from Reno. Always good to have her on. Hey, James Kelly, thank you. Hope you are doing well. Diana Wright is on with us. Um, let's see, Diana Wright is on. You had your book club, but Camille, I told you. I mean, nothing gets in the way of Friday Night Live, and I'm disappointed you would have a book club at the same time as Friday Night Live. Now you got to make some choices. Either you change your book club to another day, which there are 600 days to choose from, and there are a bunch of other hours to choose from. But you're expected to be with us on Friday nights. You're free after we get finished at 10 o'clock. You can go and be with them. Good to see the Mayor Pro Tem of uh, Noonan, Georgia, on. Cynthia Jenkins, congratulations on your new additions. So Cynthia was blessed mightily this week, and so y'all go ahead and just give her some love, and we are so happy for her. Joyce Paris, I was looking for you, is with us every single Friday night, and we're good to see her. Good to see Lenora Moore on with us, so thank you so much. And then Ken Slat Superstars, one of City of Savannah's finest. Good to see you, sir. Thank you very much. And I know the video quality is not as good as when shoot me, but that's what happens when you deal with amateurs and you get amateur stuff. And so I'm an amateur, so you get amateur stuff. Uh, Angela Bosco, my brother. Hope you are doing well, sir. Hope everything's going good with you. Red Strawberries reminds everybody to Juice. Lakeisha Green is on with us. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And good to see my brother, Mayor Pro Tem of the great city of Darien, Georgia, Griffin Lotson. Good to see you, sir. Yeah, we had some interesting stuff to go down, Mayor Pro Tem, that we got to talk about, but we'll talk about it. Good to see Josie Jones watching with me. Buddy Ware is going to 3 East Egg Hunts tomorrow. Let me know. Maybe I'll follow you around. Cheryl Cato, good to see you, ma'am. Hope you're doing well. Always good to see you. And I was glad to see you the other day on Broughton Street. Paula Evans is on with us. Good to see you as well. Lynette Chambers has joined us. And good to see Andre Patterson. Hope you are doing well. Thank you very much. Good to see Dr. Pete Silver. Let me show you the dedication. The man just landed at Savannah Airport. He just landed. He's looking at my face up at the monitors. And yet he's dedicated enough, just getting off the plane. We would understand if he had to get his luggage and get his car. But no, he gets on the Friday Night Live. That's what I'm talking about. That's dedication, right? He's in Ghana, he's in Accra, he's in Kumasi, he's at the Ivory Coast, wherever he is. He's up in Minnesota, Indianapolis, but Dr. Pete Silver is on Friday Night Live. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I need, Camilla, from you. That's what I need. Arlene Hines, good to see you. Pastor Deborah Bullock, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Crystal Creations has joined us. And the Honorable Glenda M. Jones is in the building, so we're good to see you as well. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Good to see Angie. Is it Yuling Chong? I hope I got it right. Good to see you. The Reverend Bonametria Jackson. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Tia, good to see you, Tia. And LaWanda Tillman says she could do both. It's a fourth quarter, 20-point lead for Golden State, 4 minutes left. Even Golden State could blow that kind of lead. So you keep one eye on them and the other eye on us. Good to see Michelle on, and that means Mr. Bill is watching. Good to see both of you on as well. Dana Jackson has joined us. Good to see you, Dana. Good to see Angela Kirkland on with us. Let me see. Let me see. I got away. That's right. Good. Thank you, Camille. I appreciate you. Lesson has been learned. Cheryl Childers has joined us. Sabrina Ware Wright is on with us. Good to see Felicia Roberts on. I hope you've had a great week as well. Gloria Wells is on. Karen White says, hey. We say hey back to Karen. And good to see Sharon Berry Jenkins. Good to see you, ma'am. Nicole Ransom is on with us. And Miss Fabrice All Day is on. Good to see Lisa. We welcome Lisa Strada on. Lisa is checking in from Valdosta, Georgia. So y'all give her some hugs and some love from Valdosta, Georgia. See, we all over the place. Good to see Lisa Fripp Wiggins on. Shirley Spears is on with us. Good to see Sarah Stevens, Liberty City's finest and Liberty County's finest on as well. And do I look happy? No. Yeah, I am. But I'll talk about that in a minute. Andrew DiMaggio is on with us as well. All right. And Rita Fuller Yates is on. And always glad to have her on. Dr. DeVrita Francois. Good to see you, ma'am. Lily Reddick has joined us. Stoney! All right, so my beautiful niece is on. I don't know what's been up with her because she hadn't been on lately, but I know we've been missing her. So y'all give Stoney some love. Always good to see Stoney on with us. I guess your mama and your nanny together, so I guess you got a break, right? Dr. Omisha Kopic, good to see you as well. Catherine Grant has joined us. All right, thank you. Andre says the Wi-Fi is on and off. Lala is on with us. Good Friday to Barbara and Kathy Baggs. Good to see you, man. Thank you for joining us. The legend himself, Tyrone Brown. Tyrone Hollywood Brown is on with us. Good to see you. Lita has joined us. Good to see Lita on with us this evening. Sherry Price. Wow, Sherry Price has joined us. Now that's pretty significant because Sherry Price be too busy for Friday Night Live. Natalie McPherson, good to see you and thank you so much. Dr. Tony Jordan, good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Miss Elise Bailey, always good to see you, ma'am, as well. What am I drinking? Today's product, this is product placement, is AHA drinking water. And so it is carbonated water. And so for those of you, particularly red strawberries and all of them, it has 0 calories, 0 fat, 0 sodium, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 added sugars, 0 protein. This is a Coca-Cola product, and this is pineapple and passion fruit, and it's actually pretty decent. It's good. So I'm trying to drink more water. Aha. Okay. Tony White, good to see you. And hip surgery 26, thank you, Michelle. We appreciate you. Good, Shauna Kennedy, good to see you as well. Let me see. Okay. Oh, so you're in Georgia, but you're not in Savannah, Georgia, Stony, right? So you know I got attitude about that, right? Good to see Tamika Williams on. Hope you're doing well. Good to see Lawrence Bunny, Brian III. Good to see you as well. The Honorable Gabrielle D. Nelson is on from Port Wentworth. Good to see you as well. Barbara, hey Barbara, always good to see you on as well. The Honorable Teeny Ade Broughton from Pensacola, council member in Pensacola, Florida. Good to see you on, ma'am. Hope you're doing better and feeling better. Good to see Rachel on. We haven't seen Rachel in a minute, so I'm glad to see you, Rachel. Hope you're doing well. Let me see what else. Michelle, Johnny Mercer Theater. I'm hoping to come by there, Angelo. I am looking forward to that, Bosco. And Jacqueline Jones Wright has joined us on time for a change, so we're very happy about that. Adrian Martin, the boss lady, has joined us from Jacksonville, Duval, Florida, okay? Oh, so Sherry, because you're in Springbury, okay, all right, I'll be nice. And Richard Dinkins, yes, rest in peace to Louis Gossett Jr., who I've actually met on several occasions, actually. He's been in Savannah on several occasions and has told me that Savannah is one of his favorite cities, so, great man, great actor. Good to see Angela. Hope you are doing well as well. And thank you. I appreciate you, Bunny, for that. Faye Law is on, and I hope that the baby is on too, Faye, as well. Cheyenne says, come save me. No, you shouldn't have went there. You should have came here. Stoney, I would have loved for you to do a Friday Night Live with me, sitting here with me live. You could have done it with me. There's a difference between the Atlanta side and Savannah side. You could have came here. You didn't want to come here. So guess what? Deal with them. Your mama, your grandmama, your aunties, and that dog. And I guess that means Saya is there too. Good to see Monia Hospi from Ruin Thai Cuisine. Aviana, hey Aviana. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well. Good to see Barbara on and Natalie Wright on. Everybody, you know what it is. It's Friday night. Friday night somewhere. It's not any Friday. It's Good Friday. And this is Good Friday. Every Friday is a Good Friday. But it's always good to have all of you here with us. Good to see Erica Harnett. And does that mean Maya is there? Does that mean Maya is there, Erica? Is Maya there? I'm just wondering. Barbara, good to see you as well. It would be awesome to have Stoney here, and you all can see how beautiful and smart Stoney is, but she don't have time for her uncle anymore. She grew up and got too big for me. Coach Cassell Bell from Jacksonville, Florida, good to see you. Marlo Phillips, good to see you. It's another Friday night, so as we want you to do, we want you to like the page, share the page. I'm giving you fair warning. The Queen herself has joined us. Yolanda Ship, good to see you, ma'am. Hope you're doing well. You look great. And so I'm so happy for you. Good to see Vera Trapio is with us as well as Michael Kinney. But like the page, I want you to share the page. Many of you have been invited to like this page. My social media consultants are telling me that I should only do my Friday Night Live for people who like the page, who like the page, who like the page. So some of y'all love me, y'all here every week, but y'all not liking the page. I need y'all to like the page. All right, can you do that and like the page for me? Go ahead, like the page. Daviana says hello. Hey, Daviana. Good to see you, Daviana. Hope you're doing well. Joy says, last Friday we celebrated your father's 100th birthday. Happy birthday to your dad, 100 years old. So we want to send that love out as well. Good to see Jean Coleman as well. Lynn is here. Lynn is usually here. She's late today, but it's okay. We forgive you. So go ahead, like the page, Share the page, of course. You know we're not selfish with our love. Good to see Sabrina Williams on with us as well. And then, as you know, what we always do, we show love, right? Good to see Kish on today and my baby. Good to see her as well. Jessica, thank you for joining us. Barbara Dolores is on with us. And tomorrow is Faye's birthday. So everybody, we're going to send out love to Faye Law. Tomorrow's her birthday. And Ed Beatty, we are working on the litter. So we're already working on plans for that. So it's not really to bring up at the meeting because we're actually addressing litter. We talked about litter for almost 2 hours this week. Janet Levine, good to see Loretta Allen on as well. And so, all right. See, now Martin Grant is trying to see, Martin, you don't have to do that, okay? You try to pose as the bishop. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do that, Martin. Don't make her do that. Don't let her do that to you. You know. So she's saying, Martin, you saying that you Bishop Jackie Gilbert Grant. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do that. We know, we know she been missing lately and missing in action, and you know we've had some issues with the bishop not showing up like she's supposed to. Don't try to save her, Martin. Don't try to save her, Martin. You don't have to. So Katina Johnson is on as well. And Tony, the other side of the bridge. They're doing development over there. That's owned by Georgia Ports Authority over there. But anyway, let me get on to this. So let's go ahead and start showing the love. Of course, you know we do Tara Strong, right? Hashtag Tara Strong 3 green apple hearts and then a red heart. So Martin Grant, I know this is you. I know this is you. I know. I know it's, you just trying to be a good husband so that I won't be like jumping on your wife because she hadn't been showing up on Friday Night Live. I mean, you are a good husband. You are a great husband. You know that? Because I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But yet you knew that I was going to be upset with her because she'd been missing out on Friday Night Live. So you go and you say, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign in and tell y'all that I'm her so that I won't be mad at her. I understand. I get it, Martin. I get it. That's why you've been happily married because you have her back, right? Right? So I understand. Angela says that Miss Cleo graduated. She's going home. I'm giving her some love. When is she going home? I need to go and try to get by there and see her. And then, of course, we do. Thank you, Miss Faye. I appreciate that. We want to show love out to our lupus warriors, right? So we have lupus warriors today, 3 purple hearts and 1 red heart. So we give love to all of them. As a matter of fact, Charlinda, today's her birthday. And so we'll see if she comes on. Ed, yes, I did get that. Actually, they got some of their stuff from us, believe it or not. Good to see Mama Julia Carter on. Y'all give Julia Carter some love. We're always happy to see her on with us. And I got to figure out the right way to spell multiple sclerosis. So, multiple sclerosis. SCLER. SCLER. L-E-R-osis. All right, so we do that. And then finally, we also send out love to our, we do Tara, we do our lupus warriors, and then we do one for multiple sclerosis, right? So I'm gonna do that for multiple sclerosis. So I did that. All right, there we go. So there we go. Multiple sclerosis. So go ahead, sit out. Good to see Tracy Pilgrim Smith on. Thank you so much. Yes, Ed, we shouted out Lou Gossett a little earlier ago. Again, we had the opportunity to know him, and so we appreciate that as well. Um, um, all right. So, hey, Darren, good to see you as well. And so, thank you all so much. Glad to have all of you. And where are we today? Today is week number what? 210. So here we are, 210 straight weeks. 210 straight weeks. 210, 1,470 days. 4 years and 9 days, or 48 straight months, every single Friday night for the last 48 months. You and I have been together, no matter where I was, no matter where you are. Sabrina, stop trying to protect the bishop. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Stop it. Stop trying to protect the woman of God. She has not been on lately. She has kind of put us down. And so here go Marty Grant and Sabrina Williams trying to protect the bishop. If the bishop was on, the bishop would be on under her name. Right? See? Uh-huh. Right. But anyway, 210 weeks straight. And we owe this to all of you, all of you, all of you, all of you. We appreciate that. Appreciate you all. We did this together, y'all. We did this together. We did it together. And so we have been all, oh, hey, Bishop. Hey, Bishop. Praise God, Bishop. I'll give you some love. Good to see you. I'm glad you joined us, Bishop. I know you hadn't been with us in a while, Bishop, but I'm glad you're with us. So everybody, Bishop is in the house. Okay, so but yes, the longest entanglement, engagement. We have built community. We have done this together. No matter where I was or where you were, if I was in an Uber, if I was in a plane, if I was in Germany, if I was in Africa, all of you, wherever I was, if I was in New York with Max and my mama and them, wherever I was is where you are. We've been together through ups, downs, and good times and bad times. We are community. We are Friday Night Live. Thank you so much all for joining me. So tonight is Friday, and today is Good Friday, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a minute. Good MG Steele, we salute the Vietnam veterans of America. And so lot to talk about, and then anything you want to know about regarding the city, feel free to ask me. I try to not move around a lot during Holy Week, so I try to stay a little flat and try to be very introspective. And for us, we celebrate and we recognize everybody's holidays and holy days and high days, and so certainly. For Christians, this is the highest of holy days for us. Good to see you, Pat Solomon. Thank you for joining us. Vera, why are you bandwagoning? Vera, nobody asked you to get on Sister Jackie's back. I mean, come on now. Let it go. Whose side you on, Vera? Really? But anyway, See, now everybody wants to speak to Bishop Grant now. Okay, all right, I got it. See that? So Bishop Grant just comes and takes over my entire Friday Night Live. Patricia, mom is doing well. She is in the Atlanta area, and Max is probably in New York with an attitude. But I'm hoping to go and see them soon. And when I get there, I'm going to probably go live whenever I'm there so you all can see Max. I'm sure Max wants to see all of you. Good to see Tam Reeves all the way from Los Angeles, California, has joined us. So we're always glad to see Tam Reeves on. We appreciate that. Jennifer Davenport, good evening. Good to see you, ma'am. Hope you're doing well. And Rosa Brown says happy spring break for Savannah Chatham County Public Schools. Teresa, good to see you as well. Happy Easter to you as well. Angel has been coming on lately, so good to see you, Angel. Glad to see you the other day as well. So, so the accounts, we had our visioning retreat Monday and Tuesday, and this was an opportunity. Good to see you, Karen. Good opportunity for the council to be able to get together and set a vision. The Bible says very clearly, where there's no vision, the people perish. And sometimes we can't get anywhere because we don't have vision, both personally, professionally, and as a city. And so we have to have a vision for our city. And so I've asked that our vision statement is where we ultimately want to be. Angela, just contact my office, okay? That your vision is that Savannah will be a safe, environmentally healthy, economically thriving community for all of its citizens. I didn't make that up. That came from my first term with Dr. Mayor Otis Johnson. And, that was important to us, that Savannah will be, not that we are, but we will be a safe, that people feel safe and people are safe. And that's not just in crime, but that's also in their homes, in their communities, in their families. Savannah will be safe, environmentally healthy, meaning that our air and our water are good and of quality, an economically thriving community. Economics means something for everybody. Ultimately in Savannah, we envision that everybody will be able to have everything they need and some of the stuff they want. Everything they need and some of the stuff that they want. And some people need stuff, and we want to make sure everybody has what they need. Economically thriving for all. Operative word there, all the citizens. Good to see Miss Alvernia Jackson and Felicia Schumann. Savannah will be a safe, environmentally healthy, and economically thriving community for all its citizens. That we're not going to start. Now, Savannah is safe, environmentally healthy, and economically thriving community for some of its citizens now. But we're not going to stop until it's for all of our citizens. And the operative word there is all. And that until we achieve the status and place of all, then we have not gotten to where we need to be. So that was our vision and the things we wanted to do. The city council creates the vision and we approve the budget. And then we have a team of employees that we get out to do the things that we have sent them out to be able to do. Good to see you, Teresa Terry Lynn Reed. Thank you for joining us. And so that's what we work towards. So 2 of those days was envisioning. Then, of course, one day was in actual city council meeting that went really, really well and short. Meetings are definitely different than they were. Certainly not as high dramatics as they used to be. So I'm cool with that. Then this week, of course, we heard about what happened in Baltimore. And the strangest part about it was that I got a call about it before I actually heard what had happened. And I got a call that a bridge in Baltimore had collapsed. And, okay, for real? And I didn't see anything about it. And then the news reports started coming on. And I was up that entire night because I was just transfixed by what I saw. that this ship, obviously in distress, runs into a bridge, and the bridge just comes down just quickly. And so I reached out later on that day to my friend and brother, Mayor Brandon Scott, who's the mayor of Baltimore, and obviously praying for the safety and welfare of those that were on the bridge. We know now that there were several construction workers on the bridge, and we also know now that because of the boat pilot informing people that they were losing power, that they were able to close the bridges that saved from other people getting on that bridge. There are about 30,000 cars that go through that bridge every single day. And so 30,000 people, 1:30 in the morning. I've been on that bridge many, many times. I've driven that bridge on my way north to New York and back. 695, you do it to cut around 95. And, and so people driving, trucks driving, and so many, many lives were saved. Unfortunately, there were people who lost their lives. They were able to, two of them, one walked away, one is in the hospital. They recovered two bodies, and they're missing at least four more. And they're thought to be inside the truck that's entangled. So, it was certainly a tragedy, but certainly could have been a lot worse. And Karen, I agree with you. We have harbor pilots as well here, and people really don't know about that. But when ships come up and down the port of Savannah, we have people that live here, and their job. Hey, Joan, good to see you. Their job is to pilot the ship into our port. We have a very complicated approach up the Savannah River, and so you have to have somebody who understands and knows the river to navigate the river. And so, and I've done this before. I've seen it. I've gone on the ship. You're 20 miles out in the ocean, and then you jump on a little boat, and you go out there, and then you climb up onto this big boat, and then the pilots go up to the bridge, and they actually navigate the bridge into the ship into that. Good to see you, Cheryl. Yeah, well, that's who I was with. I was with Trey. We were on the largest ship that ever came into the Savannah port, and so I was on there with Trey, and Trey is a master of that. But you make one mistake, you could really mess up some stuff. And so we do have the best Savannah pilots, the best in the world, and so we appreciate them. They're out there doing that, and they do that 24 hours a day. Whenever you see a ship coming into our port or leaving our port, you see them, and that is a Savannah pilot that is piloting that ship. So now many people started contacting me asking about our bridge. Now, I mean, ours is different. I mean, our bridge is safe. I mean, it's safe. The difference is that our bridge is anchored on land, not in the water. And our bridge is not collapsible like that. If you notice how quickly that bridge just broke up. I mean, no, our bridge is not like that. I think our only weak point is really at the center of the bridge. If a ship that is too tall hit it, then you could have a failure in the middle of it, but I don't think that would collapse the entire bridge. But fortunately, because of our river pilots knowing when to pilot in and when to pilot out, and watching the high tides and the low tides, and knowing how to adjust to get underneath and navigate the bridge, we don't anticipate that being a problem again, given the thousands of ships that pass through every year into the port of Savannah. I think we'll be okay. But it is very fascinating. It is, Rachel, and I will tell you, you have to see Savannah from a ship, and I saw it from the bridge of the ship, and it's just amazing. And I'm standing in the bridge, and I'm watching Trey and those folks doing what they were doing, and then so you have a harbor pilot that brings into the harbor. Then you have a parking pilot, and so the funny part about that is that they turned the ship around and like did a parallel park of the ship, which was really cool. That was really cool. James Hunsrucker, good to see you, sir. Good to see. Here she is. So Sadie Campbell herself, the queen herself, is on with us. 99 years old. Y'all know what we do. Y'all know. Y'all give some love. Y'all find Sadie Campbell's name. Y'all go ahead and y'all put some love on her. 99 years old. She is the senior member of Friday Night Live, and she's with us. Always happy to see Mother Campbell on. We love her, and she says she is saying her Easter speech now, and I say you've done a good job, baby. Great job. And they better get you a nice Easter dress, too. Good to see Pastor William Easton. Good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. It is amazing. I wish they'd do tours now as well, Desiree, but they are working, and so they're bringing in all this stuff, so it's really kind of cool. So, we're sorry about what happened. We're watching what happens over there. Keeping our eyes open. Good to see you, Deborah Grant. Always a pleasure to see you. But that's where we are. So any questions about anything happening in the city of Savannah? Obviously, the weekend's weather is going to be amazing. So I hope that you will get out and you will find ways to enjoy our wonderful city. Vanessa, I think we are already working on something. I'm doing something for him. Obviously, I knew him, so I think we're already working on that. Good to see you, Net, as well. Had a good chance to see you, so we appreciate that. We appreciate you being on with us. But any questions about anything going on in the city of Savannah? Again, the weather's going to be phenomenal, and so we're asking that you go ahead and you get out and you be around. Get out and see what's going on in our city. We have a variety of activities all around the city. We want you to get out and we want you to see what's going on. Shauna says it was cold tonight, warm tomorrow and Sunday. It's not cold, Shauna. You remember when it was cold? That's cold. All right? That was cold. So what's going on? What's going on? So the music, that's right, the music festival. We had some great folks to come on. We had some students to come and play at our city council meeting on Thursday. These were elementary and middle and high school students, and they had their instruments and they played. And they did a great rendition of Lift Every Voice and Sing, and it was great. So we appreciate the Savannah Music Festival. We're looking forward to them doing that. And of course, Dr. Pete Silva is telling us, and it is true, that if you are invited, we are inviting you. Dr. Pete Silva and I are inviting you in July of 2025. We are going to Ghana. I'm trying to go this year, but we're taking a Savannah delegation to celebrate our relationship and our partnership with Accra, Ghana. And so if you want to go to Africa, if you always wanted to go and never, if you never had the chance to go, this is your chance to go. We're going to figure out how to go. Dr. Pete Silva is an expert on West Africa, and so we're going to be going all over the place. And so go ahead and start saving your income tax money now. Start saving it now. Start putting it together. But we're looking forward to going to Ghana to celebrate our relationship with Accra, Ghana, and we would love for you to go with us. So, we'll get more details out. Dr. Silva is putting that together, and then we will go from there, okay? Thank you for letting me know, Vera, reminding me, Connors Temple Baptist Church is having their big play tomorrow. They do an excellent job. It's written by Bishop Thomas Sills. It's excellent play, and so please come out and see it. LaWanda Tillman, last week I did participate in Big Tide, getting students ready for STEM careers, and it was a huge event, and I was glad to be there, and so we appreciate that for doing that. Um, let me see. Let me see. What else? Um, yeah, Jocelyn Rose, if you would like to go with us, you're more than welcome to come with us if your schedule will um, allow to go. So, anything else? Anything else you want to talk about? Anything else? Anything else? So it's a busy week, always a busy week, um, and so we're looking forward to you all being involved and being engaged in the world's greatest city, of all the wonderful things happening in our city. And we're so glad that you are a part of it. Exciting things. For me, it's really about doing the things we're supposed to do well, and then doing the things that we want to do great, right? So, all right. So Janet asked about the Forsyth Park Garage. So, couple of things. So, essentially, what has occurred is that we have a need for office space, Class A office space. Um, when you have a thriving city, you need not only opportunities for residential, but you also need opportunities for commercial. And people talk about warehouses, but for us, we also need office space. As we attract companies here, the first thing they want to say, we want to be in Savannah, but where are we going to put our company? And so there's a group of businesses that have decided to be able to, they purchased a block and they want to put in um, office space, office buildings, Class A office space. And so as a part of that, they recognize, like we all do, that parking is an issue for us. So as a part of their plan is that they want to put a parking garage underneath their office building. And so the city of Savannah has engaged with them in a public-private partnership. And essentially what they'll be doing is we have a parking fund that we use for parking fees and parking interest. They're going to build a parking garage. They're going to bond that parking garage and build a parking garage. And the city will have parking. We will have parking at that garage, 100 spaces, I believe, during the week, and then 450 spaces during the weekends. And so after the garage is paid for, the city will own the garage. So essentially, we will have a garage right at Forsyth Park that city, the city of Savannah taxpayers would not have to pay for. We get a garage out the deal, and not a dime of taxpayer dollars is going into this. It's all enterprise money. More importantly for us, it creates parking spaces during the day, and on the weekends, it creates parking spaces as well. The less people having to drive downtown that can go and catch the DOT shuttle, go down there. I think that's important. I've also insisted, and we were able to get bathrooms. If you've ever walked around Forsyth Park, you know that bathrooms are an issue. And so I insisted, as a part of that, that they had to put public bathrooms in the garage. And so that was agreed to. And so we will have public restrooms in the garage so that residents and visitors and whomever can use the public restrooms, because you know what happens when people don't have public restrooms. The public becomes their restroom. And so, you know, there were some issues about the buildings that were being used. One of the buildings is the current Sidney A. Jones Funeral Home. I will tell you that the owners of now Campbell Funeral Services, David Campbell, issued a letter of support for the project. The building they're in is not a contributing property, and it's not in the historic district. And so they want to rip that building down, and Mr. Campbell and his team are supportive of that project. And so, you know, that's all. So we approved it, and we also recognize that private businesses can often move much quicker, much more expedient than um, government, and so I think it was a good deal all the way around. We know parking is an issue in Savannah. We know that we're trying to lessen our carbon footprint. We know that people, when they want to visit the park and they can't find parking around the park, we know they park illegally around the park. And so giving them an opportunity of doing that, Vera, it would be on the southwest end of Forsyth Park. So right now it's at the corner of Park and Whitaker Street is where this project is going. And so again, it's a win-win for us. It gives us some office space there. It also gives us some parking. And then again, at the end of the project, when it's paid for, the city of Savannah will totally own parking garage, and we'll make money from selling the parking in the parking garage. So we end up getting money from the project. So for us, it's visionary thinking. We can't build everything by ourselves, and so we need to find private partners that are willing to move forward to help make these things happen. Um, so I hope I answered your question about that. So um, that was Janet who asked about that. Anything else? Anything else? So um, let me just give you my reflection for today. Since I've been thinking about it, and really I tried to use um, this time to really reflect on what's going on. Wow, the Monica Thornton has joined us. Always a pleasure to have you through, ma'am. Glad you could find the time to join us today. I know you won't be here long, but we're always just honored and privileged to have you with us. But um, I'm looking to see what's happening. So Golden State won, but the Knicks are losing um, right now. So, but we'll come back. We'll come back. So yeah, I take a lot of time in thinking. Like I said, Holy Week is, and for those of you that see my reflections on that, it's just a time to really think. And the strangest thing for me is that each year I can look at the same story, same scriptures, and really have a much different um, thought about it. And so today is Good Friday, and I I thought about it, and what came to my mind was, what could be good about Good Friday um, in in our um, in our faith way um, of thinking. This was an historically significant time. Um, this was the day after the um, the Maundy Thursday, the day that the command was given, love ye one another. It was the day after um, Judas had sold Jesus out. It was the day after he had been taken into custody. Um, and all night long, and this is, you could look at it from the religious accounts, but you could also look at it from the historical account. If you're not particularly religious, I mean, that's fine. But I think that the lessons, even by the historical account, are certainly relevant. Um, and you have someone in this case who was, oh, so Crystal Coffin has finally joined us. The child has finally joined us. Where your mom at, Crystal? I haven't seen her on, but you have a man who was tried. Uh, by false accusations, was convicted by false accusations. Someone who was accused, convicted, and sentenced to death. Was beat all night long. The words, flogged come to mind, and scourged come to mind. Extremely barbaric ways of treating people. So you have an accusation, you have a trial, you have a death sentence of capital punishment, and you have someone that is literally beat the entire night, that is disrespected and spit upon and ridiculed the entire night. A very, very long night. And all of these things were going on, and then they hang him on a piece of wood. I'm not going to get into the other stuff about, whatever it is. We know crucifixion often involved hanging someone on a wood. And in the hot sun was left there to die. And we know that there were two other folks who were also there, and a very interesting exchange that occurred between the three in their conversation. And one person, because of his faith, was okay, and became okay because he was told, in spite of what he was there, that he would be with Jesus that day in paradise. It's like, wow, whatever it was you were doing, this day you're going to be here. And the heat, the sun, the mother looking at her son, mother looking at her son just being, hey Monica, being persecuted, and him feeling love for his mom, but his mom seeing this to occur, and eventually he commends his spirit and he dies. And there were some things that happened in the atmosphere that day when it got really, really dark, and the earth shattered, the earth rumbled, and all of this stuff is going on. Hey, Evelyn, good to see you. And people walk away because this person that they believed in is presumed dead, or by every standard is dead. There is no activity within the body. And then at about 6 o'clock, the body is taken down. Good to see you, Brother Allen, is taken down. And the point I want to make is this. There are people who have left you for dead too. There are people who have left you, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. There have been people who have disappointed you. There are people who you thought would be there for you. You thought they would have your back. But yet, they left you for dead. And they thought you were dead. You thought you were dead. You thought that this was your final chapter. You thought, I'm finished. I'll never have again. I'll never love again. I'll never succeed again. I'll never prosper again. I'll never smile again. And you left yourself for dead because you had a rough night. They lied on you. They cheated on you. They convicted you falsely. They put you in front of a jury of your peers. And all of a sudden, the people that were cheering you just 5 days ago are now saying to crucify you. Some of you have had friends that you just knew, hey, Felicia, I'm going to see you on Tuesday. But you just knew that they would have your back because they were hitting you and they were saying, hey, Candy, I got you. Hey, Terry, you know I got you. Catherine, I'm there for you. Marion, I'm right there for you. You know I got your back. And then when times got rough, they were nowhere to be found. Or even worse, they joined the other folk. But just last week you were saying I was the best thing ever. But now you've turned against me. And I feel left out. I feel spit on. I feel flogged. I feel scourged. I feel beat up. I feel disappointed. I feel confused. I feel hung up. I feel left alone. I'm here in the hot sun. I'm here all alone. Good to see you, Faye. I'm here with my friends and family watching me, and they can't necessarily do anything to help me. But here I am, all alone. And I hang my head, hey, Bren, good to see you. And everybody goes back to their lives. They go to the repast. They go and eat the chicken and the special K sodas. You know them cheap sodas everybody get. Right? They go away. And they leave you there to die. What could be good about this Friday? What could be good about this situation that you're in? And so the relevance for me was that what made it good was not what happened during, but what happens after. Good to see you, Brother Trey. It's not what happens during. It's what's happened after. Because what you may not have known, but what you may not have known, but what God knew, was that your setback was a set up for a comeback. They left you for dead, but they didn't bury you deep enough. Because you have a comeback coming on. What could be good about this Friday? With all of this pain and all of this misery and stuff. What was so bad about it? What would be so good about it? What was so good about it was that for you, that's not how the story ends. And so for whoever this helps, the reality is that what makes a bad day a good day is because your bad day is not your last day. Hey, Maya. You hear me? What I'm saying? That just helped me. What could make a day like Good Friday? What could make a day like Good Friday um, a bad day, because that was what was in my mind the entire day. What could be good about Good Friday? Why y'all call it Good Friday when it was so bad? But it wasn't about what happened during. It was about what happened after. Because the good part was that your bad day was not your last day. There's a resurrection coming. We know now how the story ends. They didn't know, but we know. And it's applicable for whatever your faith is or whatever you're going through. And for those of you that are having bad days, for those of you that are going through drama and going through mess, and you've had a really rough week, you've had a rough year, and I'm speaking to myself because it's been somewhat difficult. The reality is that your rough day, your bad day, is not your last day. Because there's a day in which your life, your dreams, your goals, your love, your money, your relationships, they resurrect and they're better than they were before. Right? They get better and they get stronger. And you get better and you get stronger. And so take that with you. Now, the other thing that sticks in my mind is this, is that we know what happened on Friday about 3 o'clock. And we know, hey, Dana, we know what happened at about 6 o'clock Friday. And we know that from that time through Saturday, ain't nothing happening. And so people are saying, see, I knew nothing was going to happen. And I'm saying that sometimes there is silence before your resurrection. Sometimes there got to be silence just to see who your friends are. You know, if you were like me, sometimes when you're having your real rough days or your real rough times, you know, sometimes there are silent times and you're just looking around and you're looking to see who will call or who will check in on you or, you know, who has your back. And we know that Saturday, folks were all over the place. Because some folks, you know, were saying, hey, I don't know nothing about this. I ain't got nothing to do with this. Them folks were hiding. And some folks will hide on you too. But we know that resurrection is coming. And Dana, you said this whole week has been heavy, but we know that Sunday is coming. And we know resurrection is coming. We know better days are coming. We know lighter days are coming. We know smiles are coming. We know prosperity is coming. We know all of those things are coming. And so that was on me. And since it was on me, I just wanted to tell you too, because that's how we share on Friday Night Live. So whenever you're having a bad day, it's all about your perspective. And that just stuck with me. It's like, who the freak called this day Good Friday? And what was good about it? But I was looking at ground level. I wasn't looking from the air level. If I spent this day worrying about what I saw, but then the better day comes when you look at it through your faith eyes. And then all of a sudden things look different. That you expect to have bad Fridays. But then every day becomes a good Friday. Because you know that you don't stay in the bad Friday situation very long. You know it comes back. So I just see Bryn Grant. Bryn, I want to say it before I leave, but Bryn, and I mean this with all sincerity, Bryn Grant is one of the most phenomenal people I've ever had the opportunity to come in contact with. And so Bryn, has finally left us as the executive director and CEO of the United Way of the Coastal Empire. Um, she has been phenomenal. She's been an awesome friend, but she's been an awesome leader and glass ceiling breaker for our community. She came into United Way when we needed her. She and her ingenuity and her ability to build community helped us during a very difficult time in our city's history, particularly during COVID, where they raised money to help us to pay bills for people before we ever got a dime of CARES money or IRA money. Bren led that team. And when we got that federal money, we went to Bren and we said, Bren, help us to put this money out there. And they did in a major way. And then when I needed someone to help lead my housing task force, I called Bren and I said, Bren, I want you to co-chair my housing Savannah task force, which would help us to be able to provide affordable housing for people in Savannah. And the first thing she told me was, I don't know anything about housing. And I said, I'm not asking you because you know anything about housing. I'm asking you because of your ability to lead people and bring people into a common cause. And she said, I'll try my best. And boy, what a job she did. 3 years later, we now have Savannah's first affordable housing plan. We now have a non-governmental organization called Housing Savannah Incorporated that helps us raise money. And in the last 3 years, we've raised more money for affordable housing and dedicated more money for affordable housing than the city has ever done in its 291-year history. So Bren has left Chatham County for some brighter trails, going to Liberty County to be over the Development Authority. And although I'm a little salty about Bren leaving, only because I'm being absolutely selfish, Bren, on behalf of Friday Night Live, and you've been a member of Friday Night Live really from the beginning. Bren, I love you. Thank you so much for what you have done for us. And although, again, I'm still salty, and yes, I'm going to be kind of petty when I see you, it's only because I'm mad that you're not with us. So, y'all, let's show some love to Bren Grant, and let's thank her. She said she won't be far away, but I'm blocking you out of my phone because that's how I am. I'm petty when it comes to people leaving me that I care about. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But ladies and gentlemen, for all of us, for all of you, let your Good Friday be a Good Friday. No matter what situation you're in right now, no matter what you're dealing with right now, no matter how hard you're going through right now, just know that your Friday is good because your Sunday is coming. Your Sunday might be a Monday. Your Sunday might be a Tuesday. Your Sunday might be a Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. But know that your Sunday, the day of your resurrection of your spirit, resurrection of your heart, resurrection of your mind, resurrection of your situation, resurrection of your relationships, resurrection of your prosperity, resurrection of your finances, resurrection of your prosperity, whatever it is that is dead, that folks left for dead, know that Sunday is coming. And when that Sunday comes, you will be back. So, thank you all so much. Always a pleasure to have you on Friday Night Live. I appreciate you all. Have a blessed weekend. Know that I appreciate you and appreciate all that you do. Thank you for keeping me in your prayers, and thank you for holding us down. We appreciate that, and thank you. And we just very, very appreciative of you. No matter what your faith is, you can be resurrected. So thank you, and we will see you soon. Have a great night.